Assalamualaikum to all the family and people that will be watching this video. Our group will introduce to all of you about the topic that feel very close to all of you, which is safety hazard at home. So my name is Mama Ali Faizal bin Abdul Rashid, and I will introduce to all of you about the introduction for this topic. So firstly, I will introduce to all of you about the type of hazard. So firstly, we got health hazard, which is an occupational health hazard is any agent that can cause illness to an individual. For example, biochemical reaction can cause us to sick. Secondly, we got safety hazard, which is any force strong enough to cause injury or damage property. For example, an accident that can cause our house on fire. Lastly, we got environmental hazard, which is to release to the environment that may cause harm or deleterious effect. For example, car that release gas that can produce air pollution. So you might be thinking, right, why does this topic was picked? Why does we choose safety hazard at home as our topic? Why does we choose this topic to be introduced to all of you and to all the family that will be watching this video, right? This is the reason why we choose this topic, why we choose safety hazard at home as our topic. Look at it. This is the example at what the accident can happen. Look at it. This is the accident that can happen at our home if we don't know the detail and all the safety hazard at our home. Many accident can happen. It can cause minor or very major injury to us and also our family. That's why by introducing to all of you about this topic, which is safety hazard at home, we want to make sure all the people know the safety hazard and way to identify it. And also, we want to teach to all of you how to prevent and avoid the accident at our home. And lastly, we want to all the family at this country and also all around the world to feel safe at their home without getting injury or hurts.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Nabiha binti Muhammad Nizam and I'm going to be presenting about the safety hazards at home. Home is supposed to be a safe haven for you and your family, but every year, accident and emergency departments deal with serious injuries and in some cases, fatalities that occur in the home. Many of these accidents are avoidable, and dealing with a serious accident that could have been avoided can leave you feeling guilty for the rest of your life. These are some of the safety hazards at home. Number 1, falls. When it comes to home accidents, falls are the leading cause of death. They account for 1/3 of all fatalities. This type of accident disproportionately affects the elderly. Aside from fatalities, the consequences of an elderly person falling are far more serious. While younger people may also suffer from a broken bone, an older person's broken bone is a far more serious problem in terms of healing. Hip fractures are a serious problem, especially for those aged 75 and up, and can result in long-term care needs as well as serious mobility issues. Number 2, poisoning. Poisoning is the second leading cause of death in the United States, accounting for 5,000 deaths each year. This is a particularly heartbreaking statistic because this type of hazard primarily affects curious young children. Common household poisons, including medications, cosmetics and personal care products, cleaning substances, and etc. Number 3, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a silent murderer. It cannot be detected by smell, unlike gas. Sources of carbon monoxide in a home include car left running in an attached garage, portable generators, corroded or disconnected water heater vent pipe, portable kerosene or gas heaters, loose or broken vent pipes, improperly installed kitchen range or vent, operating a grill indoors or in garage, and lastly, gas or wood burning fireplace. Number 4, fire hazards. With over 1,000 Malaysian lives lost each year due to fire hazards, this is the third leading cause of death in home accidents. Common fire hazards at home include candles, cooking, electrical, malfunction overload the circuit, heating, smoking, and dryers and washing machine. Number 5, drowning. Children between the ages of 1 and 4 are at a high risk of drowning. It is in fact the leading cause of death and injury in this age group. Children this age can drown in just 2 inches of water, and this tragic type of accident kills 286 people in Malaysia alone each year. Thank you very much. That's all from me. I'll pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Hasana and I'm going to explain more about safety hazards at home. As we can see in the slides, there are pictures of 2 different situations which are choking and sharp objects. Let's go through the first topic, which is choking. Choking is the feeling of strangulation or the inability to breathe because the trachea is blocked. Why does choking is a hazard at home? The reason is children who age from 0 to 4 tend to put small objects into their mouth because they feel curious about things that they've been found. Here is the example of how small objects or even food that enter their trachea when they put things inside their mouth. The picture shows how does choking happen when trachea is blocked by small objects or food. Next, we have sharp objects as hazard because children do not know about the uses of sharp objects such as knives, scissors, and objects inside toolbox. Children always have high curiosity over things that they see for the first time. Therefore, they tend to play with the sharp objects, which resulting in injury. Sharp objects can be lethal if children handle it since they have zero information for functions of sharp objects. Why is stoves hazard at home? We will always have the reason, such as children could reach the on and off handle of the stoves, which may resulting in burn injury that could be serious. Children's curiosity might endanger them if we do not monitor them. As we can see, the height of stoves are reachable to children and we need to come up with a solution to prevent this problem. In addition, dishwashers also safety hazard at home due to various things inside it such as glass cups, plates, forks and even knives. Imagine if the children pull the dishwashers and take the plate out of the dishwasher. The plate might be falling since it's heavy to children. The pieces of broken plate will cause injury to the children. Lastly, toddlers and young children are at risk of suffocation in our home. For example, when they put on the plastic bag around their head, it will cause suffocating since they do not have enough oxygen to breathe. This is because they do not know how to pull off the plastic bag that has been wrapped around their head. Another example is for a baby that needs adults' help to stand up or turn around his or her body, gets suffocated when he or she face down on pillow. These examples are the safety hazard for suffocation that happen at home.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Alif Muhammad Shamsu and today I will present about prevention of hazard. So first steps, what can prevent falling from the stairs? So first, install handrails and steps. Make sure that they are solid to prevent tumbling. Secondly, we can install safety gates. So safety gate can be installed from both top and the bottom of the stairs. So this will help people who deal with children under 3 years old from entering the stairs. So this will circularly shut the gate from children entering. Third, we can install stair lifts. So this will help elderly with less mobility to move from the first floor to another floor easily and vice versa. From the fourth category, we have bedroom. So bedroom is the most hazard places in home. Firstly, we can prevent falling in bedroom by putting a carpet and rubber mat. So this help people, especially elderly and children, from falling from the slippery wet surface. So second, we can investing in a seat or hoist to help people with a less mobility. So people with less mobility tend to fall when no one holding their back. So by this, they will at least sit or holding onto something when showering. So we move on to poisoning. So firstly, we can keep any harmful and cleaning products such as bleach, detergent and more in the kitchen, especially in the cupboard that out of reach of the children and locked by a child-proof lock. So you need to buy a child-proof lock. Secondly, we can store all the paint and pesticide in the garage and shed that can be locked securely. And next step that people tend to forget is labeling. So you need to label all your container to help yourself which one are poison or whatnot. So the best possible ways is always monitor your children and stop neglecting your children. The hazard that we can prevent is fire hazard. So what can we do? First, the most crucial step that people tend not to do is to keep the lighters and matches away from the children. Children love to play with fire. That's why most of the time, children are the one who causes the fire cases rise every year. Next, if you have money, install smoke detector and home alarm system that can alert you when there are smoke and fire nearby. Always keep conscious when handling anything with fire like cooking and baking. Consult and regularly test electrical wiring by an electrician, not by yourself because you are not a professional. The most important thing that you need to have in your home is fire safety plan to escape if in emergency state. To prevent choking happen, always be aware of what your children playing and make sure that the child is playing with the toys that are age appropriate for his and her age. To be really safe, never buy toys that have a little part or part that can be break easily into pieces, such as Legos. Next, parent or any adults in the household need to know on how to perform first aid when a child starts to choke and knowing how to perform Heimlich maneuver. So Heimlich maneuver is a technique that people did to children if they are in a state of choking. For mummies, when preparing food, always cut up food into a small pieces which is appropriate to his and her age, and also teach them how to chew. If you're scared to do so, learn how to make baby food, which is the liquid version of it. We move on to the drowning. To prevent drowning, children and babies need to always be looked after when bathing. Even the elder people also need to be looked after because they are weak. Next, don't ever leave the bathtub filled with water after done showering. Children tend to jump into the bathtub when they see water because they are excited. Third step is to keep the toilet lid closed. This is also the same cases as the bathtub. Then, do not use or install any electrical device such as hairdryer, telephone, electrical shaver, and more in the bathroom. Lastly, you should never leave children unattended when swimming in the swimming pool or pond. So, next step is you can also teach your children to swimming by attending a swimming classes. So this is also can prevent drowning. For carbon monoxide, you need to have carbon monoxide detectors in your home and always test them regularly. Other than that, the heaters in your house also need to be checked regularly to prevent danger from carbon monoxide poisoning. So the last step for carbon monoxide is to install security system that can detect carbon monoxide and will alert you early when which unsafe level in your house is. For next hazard is stove. So keep pan, especially pan handles, away and should be face inward. So this to prevent your child from touch or try to knock them down. When cooking, always use burner at the back. So this also ways to prevent your child from touching the pan or the hot burner. Next, use cooking glove when handling hot pan or tray. So you know hot pan and tray, when you touch is so hot, you can burn your hand. Moreover, make sure that you always be in the kitchen when you cooking or baking. Lastly, check everything before start cooking or baking. Check if the gas is leak, check the stove if there any problem. This is to prevent fire. For suffocation, keep rope, string and cords away from the children. This should be kept in a locked stores or sheds. Second, keep trash bag, shopping bag or any kind of plastic bag away from the children. This is to prevent them from playing and put their head inside the plastic bag and can be the result of suffocation. Last step is teach children to not cover their face with pillows when sleeping or playing. Even with the babies, babies need to look after when they sleep. Be aware of, because we don't know how this suffocation will happen when they sleep. For dishwasher, make sure that it is securely closed. This is to prevent your children from opening the dishwasher and hurt themselves. Do not leave any detergent or dish soap loaded in the dishwasher. When you live in it, the dishes will have the traces of the detergent. As we know, detergent is really harmful and can cause chemical burn to human when eaten, and they also are high in alkaline. So use detergent in a perfect amount only. Next, always unload the dishwasher. When you overload the dishwasher, will make it leak, so it will be slippery wet. Lastly, place the blade and prong, especially fork and knife, facing downwards. This will help yourself from getting stabbed by the blade when you try to reach it. And the last step is do not open the dishwasher when in the mid-cycle. It is because the steam that came out will burn your skin. For last hazard, which is sharp object, keep blades and kitchen knife in a locked drawer. Household need to learn how to use knife properly so that they don't cut their finger off when they're using it. They need to learn how to chop, slice and dice. You can also watch some video online. It is really easy. Then saw, rakes, lawnmowers and any garden tools are kept safely in a garden shed. Always lock the garden shed. Keep any building tools such as hammer, wrench and nails in a garage or shed. You also need to lock the shed. And then always keep shaving blades out of reach of the children. Shaving blades are really dangerous. As we know, there are many cases involving shaving blade died because of they accidentally cut their veins. And next, if you handling a garden tool, always follow safety procedure and wear PPE, personal protective equipment. And lastly, you must be aware of the surrounding. Thank you.
Thank you to the previous presenter. I am Aisha and today I am going to talk about safety hazard awareness that has been done in Malaysia. Our government is taking the initiative to create awareness about this issue by making a lot of articles on how to build a safe atmosphere at home. For example, the Ministry of Health of Malaysia created an article entitled Keselamatan di Rumah at their official portal. Other than that, other websites that share about current news also posted about the importance of safety at home. Some of TV channels like TV3, RTM and others also take part in this issue by playing the advertisement about what to do when you are at home. These serve as a gentle reminder to the viewers about how they should be careful even though they are at their own home. Lastly, childhood early education where kids will learn at their school about safety hazards so that they will know that touching electrical appliances with wet hands, putting the detergent at the kitchen and also holding knife are dangerous. I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching.